Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Superstar PartyPlex at 12 FPS. My name is Zen, and today I will be playing Eggs Florentine. And of course, wherever Eggs Florentine is, there's also Handy, so playing Handy as well. And joining me today is my good friend. That's your
That's
cue.
my name and I exist. I'm playing the
You you cut out.
Am I speaking?
I can hear you now, but you there was like 5 seconds of silence, and then you were like, "That's my name, and I exist."
Oh. uh, my name is 5 seconds of silence. Okay. I'm tired penguin. I'm Pengu. I'm playing the ferret baby.
Baby, baby, baby. H.
So very baby.
Mhm.
H the ferret.
Yeah. So our FPS starts. It is early morning at the Partyplex. They still haven't opened for the day yet, but preparations are being started to open the place back up. The night shift is almost over, and Eggs is doing his last loop of the floor before clocking out for the day. Um, I'm just gonna roll him a quick perception if that's alright.
Yeah, and
7.
I'll roll a stealth. What's your stealth? /R. Um, I can't read. Okay, right. His stealth is really good.
Mhm. Oh my gosh, it is.
17.
You could have rolled a nat 1 and beaten X's perception roll. You have a +8. He got a 7.
Yeah.
Wow.
The ferret the ferret is wiggly.
So yeah, X is just
He has a really good dex.
Mhm. X is like making his way down the hall. Everything seems to be in place and normal.
And out of a trash can pops pop goes the ferret. Oh,
Ah, H? What are you doing in the trash
Hi.
cans again?
Hiding so that I could go boo. Did I scare you?
A little bit, yeah. Why did you want to scare me?
Because someone said it was Hallywhen, and that when it's the Hallywhen season, you're supposed to scare people.
He's so
Hallywhen.
fucking cute. Uh, and X is like, uh, alright, first things first, it's pronounced Halloween, actually. Um,
Halloween.
and it's, not really a good idea to go around scaring people when they don't expect it, even if it is Halloween.
Oh.
You can roll insight if you would like.
I would love to. His insight is not as good as his stealth.
3.
3.
X seems kind of upset that you scared him, but you don't get more than that.
Oh. His yeah, you can see his tail. Let's say that. It's just his tail droops and he kind of hangs his head a little bit.
Sorry.
It's not. Uh, X thinking through his words for a second. It's more for your sake. If I startled and fired off a spell at you, you could get hurt. And since I wasn't expecting it, like, I might have. Oh. Just be careful, okay?
Okay.
He nods.
How long have you been in the trash can?
Probably a normal amount of time. What's the normal amount of time to be in a trash can?
There isn't. There. There isn't a normal amount
Oh,
of
just
time.
like car trunks.
Yeah, most
Okay.
people don't go into trash cans, so the normal amount of time to spend in a trash can is none. Have you been in there all night since we closed, or were you somewhere else and you just hid there now?
No, I was getting snacks at one point. I got in the vending machine again. I'm sorry. I forgot how to do the clicking the buttons thing.
Well, yeah, it can be hard to get used to. Um,
He pulls out a bag of chips from his hammer space and starts eating.
you should roll hammer space.
I did.
Oh, you did.
He got a 6.
He did. Yep.
Yay.
Do you want to get out of the trash can now?
Okay.
He kind of flops out.
Mm-hmm.
Wriggle, wriggle, wriggle.
Oh. And X is like, did I? I'm pretty sure I told you it's not safe to be around here on your own, especially after close. Did I tell you that?
Well, I
I'm gonna roll a history. D20.
11.
11. I, I think it's he remembers just now, and he goes,
oh, I forgot about that.
X just sort of standing there with the like hands steepled in front of his face expression for a moment. Except because of the mask, they're like 6 inches in front of his face so that there's room for the mask.
yeah.
He's like, well, that's important to remember too, cause you know I don't want you to get hurt, and there's some things and some people around here that might hurt you.
Like what? Do the vending machines eat people?
Ah, you know I don't know about that. I haven't worked here very long. They haven't told me.
Oh, I shouldn't crawl in the vending machines anymore.
That's a 16 deception.
What is he deceptioning? That's
He's
not a
trying
word.
to encourage in H the idea that the vending machine might be able to eat people, and that's the
Oh,
biggest concern. You know.
well, he has successfully done that.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't crawl in them anymore. It's definitely not how they're intended to work, and even if they don't eat you, you might get stuck one day. Uh, just a bad idea.
Uh,
Uh,
well, I wouldn't mind getting stuck in there because there's snacks in there, but I don't want to get eaten.
mm. But what
Ugh.
happens if you get stuck in there and then you eat all the snacks and run out? And then you can't get out to find more snacks
He looks
elsewhere.
at you. He looks at you. You don't have to roll an insight. He thought that the vending machine just infinitely produced snacks. He looks at you appalled at the thought that you could run out while in a vending machine.
Mm-hmm. Someone has to go put the snacks into the vending machine, and they can't do that if you're stuck in there.
Oh. Who puts the snacks in the vending machine? I got. Can I say thank you?
Um, I don't know personally. I think quite a few people come in and do it. Um, he's such a sweet and precious child. Uh,
Yes.
I mean, we could stay for a little while after. I think around opening is when they restock, so we can wait and see if someone comes to restock the machines and thank them then.
His tail wags.
I want to say thank you to the snacks person or snacks people because I like snacks.
Oh, adorable.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember how we got on the topic of costumes the first time we RP'd this.
Yeah, we are hurtling away from any mention of Halloween. Um,
We are
hmm.
firmly on the topic of snacks.
Yeah. Well, they can talk while they wait for snacks to come. Uh, so like I think they
Yeah.
walk over to a nearby vending machine to wait for a little bit. And X is like, so who told you about Halloween? They don't really celebrate that in Varuma, do they?
No, I overheard some of the people talking about it in here.
And what did you think about it?
It sounds cool. I heard you get to do like costumes and stuff. I've never done a costume. I just wear my cloak.
He's too fucking cute, Pengu.
He's just a cutie patootie.
Well, yeah, you do get to put on a costume and then, I don't know how it works in the city, but out in the suburbs, you get to go from house to house trick or treating and get candy.
I love candy.
I know. And on Halloween, all the candy is free as long as you're wearing a costume. All the candy that's being given out by people from their houses, the stores still charge money for candy.
Important specification.
Mm-hmm.
You see his eyes get a little sparkle, and then he just goes, "Oh, okay," but that's still a lot of free candy. He perks in his mind, and he perks up again.
Mm-hmm.
So I get candy from houses if I wear a costume
And
on
you say
Halloween.
trick or treat, yes.
I say trick or treat. The candy is the treat. What's
Yeah.
the trick?
That's the people trying to scare each other part that you were trying to do.
Oh, I get it. Mm.
So some people like to be scary on Halloween and they put up scary decorations or they try to jump out at people and scare them. Uh, and that's the trick part.
Okay, but don't do the trick part with you. You don't like the trick part?
It's probably best not to startle me like that. Uh, Sometimes I cast spells on reflex and you might get hurt.
But I'm squishy.
The magic doesn't really care about if you're squishy or not.
It doesn't?
No.
Oh. Okay. Do you like the treat part?
I did when I was a kid.
Not anymore?
I, can't really eat candy anymore, so.
He looks at you just. I'd have. I. He looks aghast and he looks sad for you.
Oh. X is gonna try and.
You can't eat candy?
It's not a big deal. I don't think I liked candy as much as you do anyway, so. It's not so bad.
I do like candy a whole awful lot.
That's a deception if you want to try and see through it.
I will insight, yes.
Yeah.
Wrong slash.
18. Oh, that's a nat
Oh,
20.
nat 20.
Yeah. So H can tell Eggs is trying to lie to make you feel better. He does miss being able to eat candy. Uh and he sounds like a little bit wistful talking about all this stuff. Um Not just the candy, but the whole
Oh.
trick or treating thing. But yeah, he does miss it. Not It's not like eating him up inside, but now that the topic has come up, uh yeah, he misses it, but he doesn't want you to feel bad about it cuz there's nothing you can do.
H, who loves food so much. It is one of his favorite things in the whole wide world. He hasn't met a lot of the world, but it's one of his favorite things in the whole wide world, is looking up at eggs with big sad eyes.
Eggs ruffles his hair. Like I I said it's fine. Don't worry about it. H.
Promise it's fine?
I promise.
Okay.
He looks a little better now.
Mhm. So I think it's at about this point that the partyplex the night shift ends, the doors open, and indeed someone uh wearing a uniform, probably a partyplex uniform. They're all partyplex branded snacks. Rolls a cart of snacks
Yeah.
up to the vending machines and takes a key and unlocks the door and starts loading snacks into the machine. And Eggs puts a hand on H's shoulder so that H cannot run for the snacks.
He wasn't gonna run to grab the snacks. He was gonna run to 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 the snacks person to say thank you. But
Yeah, Eggs will walk over with him calmly, slowly, and be like,
his tail
mhm,
wagging.
talking to H, like, okay, so this person is doing their job, and we don't want to interrupt them for very long, but,
Okay.
yeah, I think you can tell them
A
thank
quick
you.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
A quick thank you. A quick thank you.
Yes.
They get up to the snacks person. Ish does a big point.
You're the snacks person!
Just like, yeah, I guess so. You're in
Thank
here
you
early.
for getting the snacks.
Oh,
Yeah, I hid in a trash can.
Oh, uh, looks at Eggs, who is clearly a security guard and clearly, has a hand on this kid now, and is like, well, that's handled. That's not my job. And this sex person
I
is
don't
like,
get paid enough for that.
I get paid to stock snacks, not to parent children. Uh, and they go, oh, thanks. Glad to help you out, little guy.
He looks up at Eggs, just again, absolutely beaming.
I did a quick thank you. Did I do good?
Yeah, I think you did great, H. All right, let's let them get back to their work, and let's get you to the doors, I guess.
Okay.
And Eggs walking H to the doors.
Yeah.
Hmm,
H is very happy.
good, as he always should be.
Yeah. As he always should be.
Hmm. Yeah, and if
I,
H
I
wants
think,
to bring the subject up again as they near the doors.
yeah, I think he's still thinking about, and
Where do I get a costume to get the trick or treat thing?
Hmm. Well, there's a few places to buy them around Halloween usually. Um, I know the PartyPlex sells costumes of the animatronics. If you wanted to go as an animatronic, or usually a bunch of costume shops open up around this time of year with other costumes.
I still don't know any of the animatronics. So,
Well, I've met a few of them. Um, Handy, convenient mural of the animatronics on the wall that Egg stops to point at. Like, uh, so there's Archie. He's an alligator. He plays guitar, I think. He was pretty nice when I met him. And there's Senora. She's a chicken, and she also plays guitar, and
Chip.
uh, she was pretty nice, yeah. Yeah, she goes by Chip, but her government name is still Senora.
Right. Continue.
Mm. And
uh, well, I don't want to be an alligator or a chicken.
mm, that's fair. Do you have an idea of what you might like to be?
He shakes his head.
What do people usually dress up as?
Um, well, a lot of people go as a character they like, or they go as something scary, like uh, a witch or something like that.
Ooh.
Or they might go as, something they like a lot, like their favorite animal, or um, a whole bunch
Do I
of
have a
things,
favorite
really.
animal?
Hmm?
I don't know what my favorite animal is. I don't know what my favorite animal is. And I don't know any characters. And I don't know a lot of scary things.
Hmm. Well, there's a lot of other types of costumes too. Like you could be a cowboy or a wizard or um
What's a cowboy?
it's like someone that rides a horse and looks after cows and they uh you know, I've seen a lot of them in movies, but I'm not sure if they're still around anymore. They're kind of
Hold
old
on.
timey.
Hold on. Until -3.
Is this seeing if H knows what a movie is?
Oh, I was gonna be to whether he knows what a cow or a horse is. Because I don't know if he's seen one.
I feel like he would have seen
He
a
got
horse.
a 10.
I feel like
He definitely does.
cow and horse are fairly
Okay, yeah,
common
probably a
enough
horse.
animals in, especially in Faruma, where like the technology level is not what it is in Inkwell. Everyone would still get around by horse pretty much. I feel like.
Yeah, fair. He definitely doesn't know what a movie is, though.
What's a movie?
Um, so it's like, do you know what a play is?
I think so.
So a
That's where people have costumes.
yeah. So a movie is like a play, except instead of performing it again and again every time, they record it when they perform it, and then they just play a recording every time someone wants to watch it.
Oh. Is that like on the TV thingy you showed me?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I get it.
His tail wiggles.
Aww.
So
Uh, maybe it would just be easiest to go to a costume store and see what they have. Um,
you want to look at stuff? Yeah.
yeah. Uh, well, I'm off work now, so we could go look for a costume store together if you want.
He wiggles. Happy wiggles.
Hmm.
I don't have any money, so I couldn't buy a costume if I was there by myself.
Yeah, I figured, but I'll buy you a costume.
One. He fumbles. Hold on. That's kind of perfect. What does he pull out? Two. He pulls out a tiny flower.
I have a flower.
Oh, well, that's good for you, H.
That's not money.
No, I'll buy the costume though. You don't have to worry.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
H also just has a handful of dirt in his bubble chart. That's one of the items on his bubble chart. Just a handful of dirt.
Oh, he's got so much. A leaf, a handful of dirt,
A lot of
a little
leaves.
flower, empty chip bag, diamond. You know.
Rocks. Diamond.
Oh.
Yeah.
As they get to the front of the front door of the PartyPlex, Eggs is going to reach down to hold H's hand before they go outside.
H will absolutely hold his hand. You know he will. He likes holding hands.
Yeah. And Angst does not want him to run into the busy street.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem for him, if you recall.
Oh. It's like I think I remember seeing a costume store just a couple blocks over. We can try going there first.
Okay.
And Eggs will lead the way down the sidewalk.
Down the sidewalk.
He's probably going to walk closer to the street so that H has a harder time running into it.
Understandable. H, he is very easily distractible. And as they walk, he of course points out a lot of things to Eggs. And occasionally, like, his hand gets pulled on, and then H goes, "Oh yeah, I'm holding hands with my friend. I don't want to let go."
Oh my god.
So he doesn't run off.
Oh
Friend.
my god. He's
Friend.
such a precious baby. My god.
He's a cutie patootie.
Yes.
I like him.
Me too. I guess we'll look at the things that H points out. Oh. And
Yes. Good.
then
There's a lot of what is that? What is that? What is that?
and Eggs will do his best to answer. He doesn't know all of the technology stuff that Future World City has, but he can answer like oh,
That's a car.
That's a car, that's a stoplight, that's a bus stop. What's a bike rack? That sort of thing.
It's a bike rack.
And then probably has to explain what a bike is.
Yeah. Yeah. What's a bus?
It's like a big car that holds a lot of people and goes a bunch of places so that everyone doesn't have to drive there separately.
H hears big car and goes, "Oh, cars must be baby buses."
Oh my god.
Guess what he's going to call cars from now on?
Oh my god. Ah, you've killed me.
I'm sorry. Cars are small buses, therefore cars are baby buses. Makes sense.
And eventually you will make it to a storefront with a big banner strung up that says like Ghastly Hallows Eve.
Is that why did the name just leave my mind?
Because it's Ghastly Hallows Eve, not Spirit Halloween.
That's what it is. That's yeah. That's yeah. That's the name I couldn't remember.
When an XP name is so good, it makes you forget the original name entirely.
I also just my brain is not up to par today, but that's okay for an FPS of the Ferret. H looking up at the sign that he cannot read, but he knows, oh, that looks spooky colors.
Yeah, there's like a jack-o'-lantern with a sort of evil-looking grin on the banner.
That blob of colors looks spooky.
Oh my god.
H needs glasses. H needs glasses. He doesn't know that.
Can X roll insight to see that H cannot make out
Yes.
the sign at all?
Yes.
8.
No. That's not. Roll again. You get advantage because I say so.
23.
23. Yeah. You can tell H looks amazed, but there is absolutely no comprehension besides pretty spooky colors.
Aw.
Zero comprehension behind those eyes.
I'm also picturing he's like squinting to make the picture out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
X is like, ah, so this place is called Ghastly Hallows Eve. They usually open up just in October just to sell Halloween costumes and other Halloween stuff.
Oh. What does ghastly mean?
Uh, it's like spooky, horrific, that sort of thing.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Ghastly.
And as they walk in the doors, uh, for H's sake, another big banner, the same as the outside of the building, is strung up along the wall so that he can
H
see
still can't read it, but no.
he can see
H
the
still can't read
pumpkin.
it, but he can now make out. Yeah. Spooky pumpkin. I think he points at it and says, "Spooky pumpkin."
Yeah. It sure is. It's called jack-o'-lantern.
Jack. The pumpkin's name is Jack. Okay.
Not really the pumpkin's name, but when you carve up a pumpkin and put light inside it, that's a jack-o'-lantern.
Why is it called a jack-o'-lantern if its name isn't Jack?
I think someone named Jack invented it a long time ago.
Jack named the thingy after himself?
Or other people
Huh.
were like, "Oh, Jack did this. It's Jack's lantern" type of thing. I don't know if he named it or if other people named it after
Oh.
him.
It's Jack's lantern. It's Jack's lantern. Okay.
Oh, and then they
He
can
just nods. This makes sense to him.
mhm. And then they can walk inside into the proper costume hall. I don't know if H wants to roll anything because this is probably very overwhelming for him.
He will roll a perception.
Eggs will roll
The
one
Ghastly
too.
Hallows Eve. And the jump scary things they have at the front, which are a little spooky. 6.
Yeah. Eggs is mostly focused on making sure H stays. Oh, wait. 6 is what H got. Eggs got 14. Yippee.
Yeah.
Um,
Yippee.
yeah. H, this was a pretty big place, and there seemed to be lots and lots of aisles of very colorful clothing, and there's also, like, what looks like, man, you don't know how to describe it. Some very still people or some very weirdly dressed mannequins near the front. Uh there's what looks like a creepy dog, there's what looks like a scary clown, and then there's more that are sort of behind this like spooky cobwebbing. And Egg sort of like walks each in a little past the door so they're not blocking anyone. And sort
Yeah.
of looks around to find the children's section for H's approximate size.
Yeah. 3 feet tall.
Mm-hmm. Which like
H is just
not
H
terrible for
is
tunes, but
not
like
really looking.
hmm?
Yeah. H is not really looking at anything in particular, just kind of looking around, and I think he just goes,
Oh, colors. There's a lot of colors.
There sure are, bud. Um, let's look at the costumes that are probably gonna fit you best first, okay?
I am small.
Yep, you are small, so some of these adult costumes wouldn't fit you. They'd be too big. So I think if we go this way, and he will start leading H through the aisle, and like they pass a bunch of decorations like fake headstones and spider webbing and uh you know
H is still holding eggs. H is still holding Eggs' hand, but I think he will try to touch the spider web.
yeah, X will stop and let him touch. It's like one of those stretchy cotton fluff things that's just stretched out to look creepy. So it's pretty soft.
It reminds H of cotton candy. I'm going to roll an intelligence.
2.
2. He tries to eat it.
Egg is sort of like keeping a firm grip on his hand, pulls H back away from that, and is like, H, that's not edible. That's, well, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it's like fabric. It's a
Oh.
decoration.
It looks like cotton candy.
It's supposed to look like a big spider web, I think. But it does kind of look like cotton candy, huh?
It looks like cotton candy shaped like a spider web.
Mm-hmm. But it's,
Now I want cotton candy.
well, maybe they sell some here, but costume first, right?
Costume first.
Yeah, and they go past uh the they're animatronics, but they're not like the PartyPlex animatronics, so I am so hesitating to use that word. The decorative animatronics and the adult costumes and
Yeah.
like the makeup section. And they get to the kids half of the store.
Kids section.
Yeah. And Egg sort of like brings H to the middle of the like elementary school age children section. Uh and it's like, so this is probably where everything that fits you is going to be. And we can look around and see if there's anything that you think you'd like to wear.
Something colorful, I think.
Mm. Alright, well, over here it looks like there's some, colorful stuff. And I think you wind up in an aisle that's got like, um, hmm, probably a bunch of like clown and circus outfits. Like there's bright, uh, a red ringmaster style outfit. There's like a rainbow clown, with a rainbow clown wig.
Of course.
There's like some kind of What other things are there at the circus? Some various outfits for like a strongman suit with big fake muscles.
I've never been to a circus.
Me either.
I've met
So
rodeo clowns because this is Texas, but
it's mostly clowns, honestly. There's a few different
mostly
types of
clowns.
clowns.
H is looking around, and I think he does look at the rainbow one, but again, eggs. There's no comprehension in this little kid in this little fella's eyes.
And I think Egg sees that H has no idea what any of these are, and is like, okay, well, let's keep looking then. And takes him over to the next aisle, which is a bunch of animal costumes, and Eggs is like, he's gotta recognize some of these.
Egg sees comprehension.
Mm-hmm.
Success.
Yeah, there's like a butterfly, a cat, uh,
I think H looks at a lot of these, and yeah, there's comprehension, and he kind of goes like, "Oh," at some of them, but then he kind of looks at himself.
I'm already an animal.
yeah. I mean, that doesn't mean you couldn't dress up as a different animal, but
Oh,
we can keep looking. Uh,
yeah.
what will be next? Like, time periods, maybe.
Okay,
There's like a
time period.
70s costume with a bunch of hippie stuff and bell bottoms. An 80s
Is there a cowboy?
costume that looks straight out of the yeah, straight out of the PartyPlex. There's a cowboy, uh
Cowboy.
a caveman probably.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, next we'll point and go, "Oh yeah, that's what a cowboy looks like, or at least what the costume for it looks like."
Oh,
I think like H tries to read like the little thing that says cowboy on it.
Mhm.
He tries to read it. I'm not sure how successful he is, but he says cowboy. It's unclear whether he actually. It's unclear how much he connects it to the letters though.
Mhm. Yeah.
But he tries.
Mhm. It looks like that one comes with you get a big cowboy hat, uh, and a little
oh,
vest and a lasso. That could be fun, right?
oh. What's a lasso?
It's like a rope with a loop at the end, and cowboys would throw the loop around a cow when they needed to bring them somewhere, and then they'd hold on to the
Oh,
other
it's a
end of the
catchy
rope.
thing.
Yeah,
It's a catchy thing. Can I
yeah.
try the cowboy?
Eggs immediately having regrets about the idea of H having a lasso. Like, uh,
He will try to lasso eggs. Just a little.
oh, Eggs is like, well, you can't open the bag and try things and try just one part of the costume. Um,
Oh,
Is can we assume like there's a cowboy hat separate and like he
yeah,
reaches for the hat, just
there
the
can even
hat?
be a lasso separate, uh, if he wants to go
Yeah.
looking for that.
I think like he I think he grabs the lasso first and like looks at eggs. He giggles.
Eggs looking back at H like, don't don't try it. but he is not actually taking the lasso away from H.
He's gonna try it. What do I roll?
Probably sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. It's a +6.
Oh, good. Because if this goes wrong, it might
Plus.
knock Eggs' mask.
Ah.
20.
20. Dirty 20.
Yeah. That's a clean lasso around Eggs. And he stands there like, you're pretty good with that thing, kid. Maybe you should be a cowboy.
He looks very pleased with himself. He doesn't take the lasso off Eggs as he reaches for the hat.
I'm picturing it just sort of like cinched loosely around Eggs's like arms at about waist level, about where H would
Yeah.
be.
Yeah. H reaches for the hat and looks it over.
I never worn a hat. I've never worn a hat.
Hmm.
And he puts it
Never
on his
ever?
head and it kind of rests awkward. It kind of rests awkwardly on his ears.
Oh,
What did you say?
Eggs was just asking never? But yeah,
No.
upon seeing that the hat doesn't sit right, Eggs is gonna be like, look through a few of them. There should be some that have holes for your ears cut in them.
He does look through. That is something Tomb Places would have. I like that. I was just gonna have H be like,
I have decided I do not like hats.
No, he can find a hat with holes for his ears. It's too kind. There's so many people with
he
animal
finds.
ears coming in here.
Yeah. I think he finds a hat with holes on his ears, with holes for his ears, and he does put it on. I think it's a little too big though.
I'm picturing it falling down and covering his eyes.
Yeah. And I think then he says,
I don't think I like hats.
I think X is like, H, that's like, that hat is too big for you, with or without the holes, but, can I try and find one that'll fit you?
Okay.
he just takes it off. I think holds it up to Eggs.
And Eggs, loosens the lasso and sort of carefully lifts it off of himself and will take the hat H is holding out and look over it and then look at the pile of cowboy hats and sort through them for a bit before, and he's like, I think someone brought this over from the adult costume section. It's way too big for most kids. And he rifles through and finds a child-sized hat with the ear holes and holds it out for for H to try.
I think H will put it on, but also I don't want this to be his final costume because we know what I want his final costume to be. But he does try it on.
Yeah. X just wants him to have the chance to try on a hat that fits. He might still not like it. Oh, you know it would be fucking cute if the brim blocks his view of looking up so he can't see Eggs, and that's why he doesn't like it.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. He tries on the hat and Eggs can't see his eyes, and the hat clearly fits better, but Eggs can't see his eyes under the rim, and H still goes like,
I do not like hats. I do not like hats.
Alright, well, now you know you've gotten the chance to try it and know for sure.
He takes off the hat and able to see Eggs again, he smiles.
Ah! This kid is so fucking cute. Oh my god.
Yeah. He's baby, and he's happy to see Eggs again.
Oh my god.
And Eggs doesn't have to roll an insight, he can tell.
Ah. You know what? Each can roll an insight on Eggs to see how he's feeling about that.
I will gladly do so. D20 minus 2. Please roll good.
13.
13.
Um, With a 13, Eggs seems a little bit surprised and overwhelmed uh that H is so
Oh.
happy to see him. He seems like he might be going to cry, but not like in a bad way. He just doesn't know how to handle this.
Oh. Eggs like tilts his head at, or H like tilts his head at him. I don't think he says anything, but Eggs gets looked at questioningly.
Ah. And he sort of like turns his back and is like, "Okay, let's check the next aisle maybe and see if there's something better there."
Eggs puts the hat back and then reaches to hold Eggs's hand again.
Oh, you said Eggs instead of H.
Ah, crumbs.
It's so tricky. I don't know why I keep confusing Eggs and H's names too. Damn.
Yeah, it's
They will go to the next aisle, which is a lot of classic Halloween costumes. Witch and zombie and vampire and devil and bat, probably. All sorts of werewolf, all sorts of spooky things. Those black outfits with the bones printed on to be a skeleton. All the
yeah.
classics.
I do want H. I have actually had art of H in the Little Witch costume before. It's very cute.
Ah.
But he will not try the witch hat because he has realized with the big hat rims he can't see his friend.
Adorable. There is probably like a child-sized witch broom around, and each would recognize a broom, I hope. So that's something
He would
familiar.
recognize a broom. He would recognize a broom.
Mm-hmm.
I think he does point at the broom and go,
That's what that is. I know what that one is.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, it looks like this aisle's got more of the spooky costumes if you want to be spooky.
I do want to be spooky.
I think H with the little bat wings would be adorable.
Oh, that would be.
I've had like the little kid fairy wings that you put on like a backpack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those but with like black felt bat wings. Oh,
Yeah. I
adorable.
think he does. I think he will look at those and try and reach for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he can try them on. They're just sort of. They're not in a costume bag, so he could try them
Yeah.
on.
He puts them on like a little backpack and wiggles.
Oh, that's fun.
I like the wings. I like the wings better than the hats.
Yeah, wings are fun.
What other stuff has wings?
Uh,
Cowboys don't have wings.
Cowboys don't have wings. some of the devil costumes, probably, and there was that butterfly costume back in the other aisle, and
Oh, I know what a butterfly is. I know what a butterfly is.
that's great.
He looks happy.
Hmm. Do you want to be a butterfly then?
I want to try the butterfly wings.
Alright, take the bat wings off first.
Oh, okay.
he d- he does try. He wiggles them off. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Hmm. Yeah, and Eggs will put them back on the shelf. Uh, as each presumably runs back towards where the butterfly costume was.
He scurries back towards where the butterfly costumes were, and then comes back to grab H's hand. I mean, Eggs's hand.
Ah! Yeah, Eggs was coming after him anyway. But yeah, they will go
Yeah.
back to look at the butterfly costume, which is like a set of colorful butterfly wings and probably like a headband with the antennae on it.
Yes, I think Eggs. I think H would like headbands better than the hats.
Hmm. Makes
I
sense.
think he. Yeah, he likes the antennas because also they wiggle, wiggle, wiggle when he wiggles. Same reason he
Yeah.
likes the wings.
Yes.
He wiggle, wiggle, wiggles and giggles.
Oh, looking adorable.
Yeah. Now, what's the reason for him to not like the butterfly costume? Because I don't want that to be his final costume.
Hmm. Maybe like the headband is a little like pinches his head too much.
It hurts his ears. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
and like
He
after.
likes the wings, though.
Hmm.
What were you saying?
Just like after he's had the costume on a few minutes, he realizes the headband is too tight and his head is starting to hurt.
Yeah, he goes like, owie. Owie. Takes it off.
Well, you definitely don't want a Halloween costume that's gonna hurt you.
It squished my ears.
Yeah, I think maybe that wasn't made for people who have ears in different places in mind.
He pouts.
There's still a lot of other costumes we can look at.
Okay. I like the wings.
He's kept the wings on. Wiggle, wiggle,
Mhm.
wiggle.
Yeah. I'm picturing him still wearing the wings as they go into a different aisle, just like keeping them on for fun
Yeah. Yeah.
as they keep looking. And the next style I think is the like occupation or job based costumes. So there's like a doctor, a teacher, a firefighter, and then because this is
Is
D and
there a
D,
security guard?
there might be.
If there is a security guard uniform, H immediately goes for it.
Oh my god! Eggs watching like, oh, you like? Do you like that one, bud?
I imagine it comes with a little toy flashlight. H picks it up and
Mhm. A little toy
H picks
badge,
it
a
up and
hat, a
looks at it.
flashlight.
Yes, he grabs the badge, he grabs the flashlight, he doesn't grab the hat. but he looks at Eggs, just beam, his tail's wagging.
Ah. Eggs, who is still in his security guard uniform from work, is like, oh
Yeah.
gosh, is he making that to look like me?
He definitely is. You don't have to roll it and say Eggs, he definitely is.
Oh. If Eggs was a tune, you would see him blushing, but alas, he is not. But he does look
Alas.
a little bit surprised, and is like, "You like that one, bud?"
I don't want this to be his final costume, but I cannot think of a reason for Eggs for H and not to say 100% yes and want to purchase.
I mean, I did say it has a hat, which he's established he doesn't like, so that could
He doesn't
be
like the
why.
hat,
Mhm.
but he likes everything else about it.
Oh my god. I mean, he could still get it and not actually end up wearing it. Or we could change
Where the
plans.
other costume.
It's not like we've never changed plans in an FPS before.
You know what? No, I like this. We can work with this. I think he does grab the security guard, the bag of the security guard uniform, and the flashlight and the badge, and he looks at the hat, but he looks at Eggs and goes, "Eggs isn't wearing a hat. I don't need a hat." And then he scurries back to Eggs.
Oh my god. Well, we'll still look through the rest of them, but I'm glad you found one you liked.
He's already trying to put on the little badge.
Oh my god. Oh. Do you want any help with that one, buddy?
Yes, please.
Yeah. It's probably like some plastic attached to a safety pin. X kneels down and takes the badge and like carefully pins it onto H's cloak.
Yeah. H looks very happy.
Oh my god.
He does a little wiggle, 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 and then looks at Eggs, and I think he will say, like,
I got a badge like you.
Oh, you you sure do, bud.
the ferret is delighted.
Mm. Rex is kind of blue screening a little bit. He doesn't understand why H would want to dress up like him for Halloween. But here they are.
Friend. Friend.
Oh my god, yeah.
H wants to purchase.
Yeah. They will still look through the rest of the kids' costumes, but H seems pretty attached to this one now, huh?
Yeah, his little heart is set.
Oh. I was gonna say Eggs doesn't have a costume, but probably Eggs wearing his normal security guard uniform alongside H in costume is better than Eggs getting a separate costume
I,
anyway.
Eggs would like H would like that.
Yeah. Oh. So they will
I think he
go.
even says he's yeah,
Hmm?
as they're purchasing. I think he might even say to like chat to the person ringing it up and just and say something along the lines of like, "I got a badge like him."
Well, they also gotta, like, as they're going up to check out, Eggs is going to grab one of the little plastic pumpkin pails for H to keep candy in and get that for him as
Pumpkin.
well.
Spooky pumpkin.
Yeah, this one's got a much friendlier face.
H picking out of the little pumpkin pail, just like,
It's got us. It looks happy.
Yeah, much happier than the one on the sign here, right?
he looks at the sign, which is now is he can't fully make out the expression, he just sees a smile.
Oh. Yeah, there's probably one hung over like the cash registers. Egg's noticing this
Yeah.
again is just like,
Hmm.
hmm.
Sure, that's nothing.
No, he's pretty sure it's something, but he's not sure if it's something he should be getting involved in.
Eggs. Does the child look like he has parents that have taken him to an eye doctor?
No, clearly not, but he's in over his head already. He's already buying the kid a Halloween costume and taking him trick or treating. He's not going to handle the eye doctor today.
Not today. Not today.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe another time.
Maybe.
But H will ask to hold the bag with his stuff in it when they leave.
Yes. And Eggs will let him and hold his other hand so that he doesn't run out into the street.
Of course. Of course.
Mm-hmm.
And H likes holding his hand. H likes holding his hand.
Good. Then it's just the matter of actually trick or treating.
Yeah. Well, getting back to Eggs's home or his apartment,
Yeah, they probably
I
have to
assume.
go back to the PartyPlex where Eggs left his car, and Eggs is like, uh, I don't think trick or treating in the city usually goes well. Do you want me to take you trick or treating out, in a neighborhood near Future World City?
I think H just nods because he's just like,
I want to get candy.
I know you do, bud. Alright, well, we can't start until evening, but
uh-huh.
you wanna go take a nap first and get some snacks? Or get something to eat?
Snacks. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. And X will drive H back to his apartment and stop to get some food on the
Not in the
way.
trunk this time.
Not in the trunk this time, and probably has to explain the purpose of a seat belt. Because H has got to sit in
Definitely
the back
has
seat
to.
with a seat belt.
He definitely has to explain the purpose of the seatbelt.
Yeah, and he's like, listen, this is to keep you safe, so that if something goes wrong in the car, this keeps you safe in place, alright? So you can't take it off while I'm driving.
Okay. I won't.
Okay.
He won't, but he might fidget with it.
Mm-hmm. He's also got his bag of Halloween costume stuff back there, so Ace is hoping that
He's
keeps
already
him
opening up
entertained. Mm-hmm.
the package and stuff.
Yeah. uh, and then they are back at
He's excited.
Eggs's apartment.
Yeah.
And Eggs will lead him back up to the apartment to have some food and some sleep before they go trick or treating, because he assumes, since H has been locked in the partyplex all night, that he did not sleep. So, would not be good to fall asleep during trick or treating. Does each want to roll perception on X's apartment? Can you still hear me? Did I disconnect? Okay, Vivi can hear me. Neither of us can hear Pengu. Pengu! Pengu did roll, which I think is the perception, but who knows?
Hello?
Yay, I can hear you again.
Okay, good. I don't know what happened.
Me neither.
I, I heard everything you said and I rolled perception. He got a 6.
Yeah, with a 6. Yeah, you don't get much. It looks pretty much the same as when you were here last time. Uh, when, uh, there are sheets on the bed now, though.
Aw.
And the plushie has been moved to the dresser in front of the TV. So, those are the changes that H notices.
Okay. I think H might say hello to the teddy bear.
Oh,
He just assumes eggs moved it.
which is a safe assumption to make for a kid that just thinks
Yeah.
it's a teddy bear. Where else would it be?
Where else would it be? It's teddy bear.
Mm-hmm.
And he's,
Not like it
opening
can.
up his little package.
Yeah, not like it can move on its own. Teddy bears don't do
Of
that.
course not. Of course not. Not to his knowledge of teddy bears.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he can open up his costume. Eggs will use scissors to open anything that needs to be cut open. Uh,
Yeah. Oh, that will be needed.
mm-hmm. Gets out a little, probably button-up shirt that says security on the back, and the badge he already has pinned to his uh cloak.
He has
There's
not
a
taken it
little
off.
There's a little flashlight and a little holster belt to hold the flashlight.
Light stick.
Mm-hmm.
H is delighted. And he wants to change into it immediately, but he doesn't want to take off his cloak, which we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
How does hmm,
Hmm.
does Eggs ask about his cloak?
I feel like X isn't going to ask, um, but he is going to say, it sometimes gets cold at night this time of year, so if you want to keep your cloak on over the costume, I think a lot of kids do wear coats or cloaks over their costume for trick or treating.
Ah, yes. I was gonna ask, do we want to do the trick or treating in this FPS, or was that gonna be was actual day of Halloween gonna be a game?
There is not a day of Halloween game. I don't, but also I'm fine with trick or treating not being a part of this FPS and it just happens off screen and it goes great. Because the
Yeah,
acquiring the costume part was really,
that was the focus.
that was the focus. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, H can
H.
change into his costume.
Yeah. I think I think he will do that. And does hold on. What is happening to my brain? Hold on. Give me a second. Eggs just want to wash H's cloak. Is
Uh,
kind of what I meant.
no, he's going to leave that alone.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think like H gets in the little security guard uniform, is, you know, absolutely delighted.
Aww.
He's
Oh.
delighted. Like he gets it on and then like scurries back up to eggs, is, just beaming.
Oh my god. X is very touched and trying not to show it or start crying. Uh,
Roll a deception, buddy.
good point. 13.
13. I'm gonna roll an insight. Slash. -2. 8.
8.
Oh.
Oh no.
Eggs or H does not perceive, but he is very happy.
Mm-hmm. And he can
He's a
tell
very happy ferret.
that Eggs is very happy that H is happy.
I think H will say, like,
I'm adorable.
Of course you are, kid.
and of course he's got his little cloak on over it because he loves his cloak. With the
Mm-hmm.
security badge pin on his cloak.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think he'll go to like flop on the now sheeted bed.
Mm-hmm.
Are I assume they're the kind of sheets that like aren't fully attached to the bed. Well,
What do
no sheets are fully attached to the bed, but you know what I mean.
There is a fitted sheet and a flat sheet, and then the blanket that was there last time.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. There's a fitted sheet and a flat sheet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like H is kind of messing with the sheet a little when he realizes that there's a loose one.
Eggs watching this concerned, like, has H never slept in a bed with sheets?
He burritos himself.
Ah!
Immediately.
Adorable. Oh my god.
And Eggs can hear him giggling from the burrito.
You comfy in there, bud?
Yes.
I think he like flops off the bed, still kind of burritoed.
Oh no. Eggs tries to catch him.
He lands on his feet. He lands on his feet. Don't worry.
Ah, okay. So it's not like he rolled off the
His
side. That was
his
intentional.
purposeful, yeah, his intentional flop.
Yeah, Egg still goes, oh, you good? You okay? You meant to do that?
I meant to do that.
Okay, maybe warn me next time.
Oh. Sorry.
And he's just kind of wiggling from under the sheet, and he now looks like a sheet ghost.
Aww.
Just without the eye holes.
Baby. Egg's like,
Baby.
be careful if you're gonna walk around like that, 'cause you can't really see.
I think he giggles like,
I look like a ghost.
You sure do, bud.
I'm a security ghost. I'm a security ghost. Can I be a security ghost?
If
Ace
that,
can tell he is throwing up his little hands
ah!
excitedly.
If that's what you want to do, I think
Yes.
you can be a security ghost, yeah.
Wait, I gotta get the badge on the outside of the ghost.
He's like, he's like trying to unpin his badge, but he can't see fully.
Yeah.
He's under a sheet.
X will kneel down to
Egg-
help and is like, if you're
Yeah.
gonna wear this as a costume, we gotta, like, get you eye holes and cut it down to size so it's not trailing on the ground.
Oh. Yeah, that would probably help.
Yeah, we don't want you to trip.
I don't want to trip. I'm a security ghost.
I gotta take
He's delighted.
I gotta take the sheet off for a second to cut it, bud, okay? Then we'll put it back on.
Okay. Okay.
And he takes the sheet off and cuts it so that it will fit and then we'll have eye holes. And then
You can see.
he helps he kneels down and takes H's badge off and helps put the the ghost sheet back on. Would H want holes
Yeah.
for his ears too?
I have the little drawing I did of his. I'm gonna grab that because I don't think I gave holes for the ears in that one.
Valid.
I did not. So nah, he doesn't need holes for his ears.
He's so
So just
freaking
that, but
cute.
with a little security badge on it.
X
And a
pins
flashlight.
the security badge back in place. Oh my god.
He wiggles.
I can see you.
I can see you too, bud. X
I'm a
does the
security
little,
ghost.
like, ruffling his hair, but there's a sheet there now. So.
H pulls off the cloak for a minute, specifically to get his hair ruffled.
Ah! X will
Now you
ruffle
can
his
ruffle
hair.
my hair.
Ah! X will do so.
And then he drops the sheet back down, adjusts it back so he can see again.
Yeah. And
Successfully covering up the security guard uniform they bought.
Except for the badge.
Except for the badge, which H loves the badge.
That's the most important part.
It's the most important part. He's ready to steal the show.
Ah! Oh, and Eggs will drive them out to a neighborhood to go trick-or-treating. Each with his little plastic pumpkin that I'm guessing half the candy doesn't make it into because he eats it first.
Nah, most of it goes directly into his mouth. Yippee.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. H is so fucking cute.
And then after trick-or-treating, H will come home H will get back to wait, it's evening, so then Eggs has to go right back to work. Oh.
I mean, not right back to work. He doesn't start until like midnight. They have some time.
Then they will get back to Eggs' apartment and H will immediately pass out asleep in the sheet costume.
And Eggs will let him sleep and will not wake him when he has to go to work. So H can keep sleeping.
Aww. Good.
Yes.
Good. Good.
Very good. Very cute, very soft.
Very cute. It's all security ghost.
Let's hope it's not
Security
foreshadowing
ghost.
anything.
Let's hope not. Ha 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 ha.
I have no plans yet. We'll see.
We'll see.
Alright. I think our FPS ends there then. Thank you for playing with me,
Yeah.
Pengu.
Thank you.
And thank you, VB, for listening and recording, and to anyone who listens in the future.
Not recording.
Alright.
Anyone who listened to the future, not recording.
Thanks for listening. Bye.